zero brain activity. That's what it took to play this character in this game. So Johnny Cage and MK9, his archetype is that of just complete, he's pure rushdown madness. And he's so simplistic at the same time. Like literally a baby can pick this character up and make him work. This character is responsible for traumatizing some of the player base. Trust me, I know, because I was the baby pressing the buttons with this character. It's so easy. And there's many Cage players back in the day, like Kerbo, Dizzy,
Subscribe.
Just all sorts. Everyone was on Cage. This character would literally, he was nightmare fuel for anyone on defense. So let's have a look at what he was about. So if you're an MK1 player and you know Johnny Cage in that game, you'll be quite familiar with the stuff he's doing in this game, because they clearly designed him in that game from the Johnny in this game. So like in MK1, Johnny doesn't really, well, he's got a projectile, unlike MK1, actually. I'm gonna say he don't really have like a full screen presence. I'm wrong, he does. He has this, right? This projectile is nothing special. It basically like lose a lot of trades. There's some matchups where it's good, like against Jax. See how he raises up his leg? He avoids things like Jax ground pound. That's matchup specific. But in general, you weren't trying to play Johnny to just throw this at them. Ideally, if you're a Cage player, what you want to be doing is running in and getting a whole game plan devised around this one button, right? And again, you've seen this button in MK1. It's forward 3. But in this game, it's better than it was in MK1. In MK1, everything that Johnny does off of this is now minus. Like, he gives up his turn, yeah? But in this game, it's a bit different. He's got multiple ways he can extend the string. He's got this, which is forward 3-2. That was 0 on block, all right? And we're gonna see how this all works around his other normals, right? So he's got forward 3-2, 0 on block, 6 frame down 1. All right, so if he hits that, then he gets to do it again, right? But if you sit there and wait, because he's got a 6 frame down 1, which is as fast as a move's gonna be in this game, he's just gonna do this again. Or he might do forward 3-3, right? And forward 3-3 is not the end of that string either. It's got forward 3-3, back 3, which is 0 on block. Right? This is a common thing in MK9. Everything seems to be just 0 on block. They were like, yeah, give this character this move. What are you going to make it? Yeah, let's make that 0. But it acts differently depending on how good your normal is in the first place. Because if you've got a 9 frame move, this is 0 on block. This is 0 on block as well. So he's got like 3 versions of this string that are 0 on block. 0, 0, and 0, right? And it's 9 frames. Keep in mind that's 9 frames. So this move is coming at you fast, and it's a mid. Like you are crushing people with this move. And some characters just getting absolutely mauled because you put this against like a Scorpion or something. Scorpion's got negative on hit pokes and 12 frame highs. Like, it's a long time for him. Or Smoke kind of gets mauled by this as well. But Smoke's a bit different because he only needed 1 touch, but that's beside the point. This move, nuts. Forward 3, busted. You're gonna be just, you can go watch old tournament footage of Johnny Cage, and it is literally like, you watch me, Dizzy, Kerbalicious, I think Forever King, MIT, DJT. Go look up anyone playing Johnny Cage, and you're gonna see like matches full of this, right? Like, yeah, this here is -3. But the special thing about this string is you can special cancel it into EX Force Ball, right? And then in this game, his EX Force Ball on block is plus, pretty sure it's +4. Yeah, it's +4, right? And when you got a 9 frame mid, you know what that means? Exactly, it means you can't press a button. Even if you got a 6 frame, you ain't pressing the button, you're getting crushed there, right? So his offense goes like this: 0, right? If you're going to poke, he might block the poke and knee you back. And it just so happens in this game, a lot of down ones are actually above -10 on block, which is a Johnny Cage privilege because he can then punish you with the knee, right? So this is what makes him an incredible rushdown character. He will be ramming this knee down your throat the whole match. If you want to get out, you risk eating a knee. If he blocks, if he's smart, like the smart Johnny Cage players would just be sitting there waiting for that, and then they never do that. That move's bad. That, yeah. And then you're just back in it again. And the thing is, when he hits you, everything goes into nut punch. All right, so no matter what it is, on hit or block, this character's turn still continues. So like I said, you can do EX force pull on block, which is +4. There's a little game around this, right? So you know how I showed you this other string? This string gives you another knee when you hit it. But if they block it, it pushes them back, right? Can you block the string, please? There you go. See that, how that string pushes them back? There's 0. Like, it's neutral, but it's pushed them back, giving them a bit of breathing room. Whereas, if they block this, you get the knee. But the mind game here is you have to stand block to block that, because that ending hit is an overhead. You can duck this, but then the mind game is, all right, you either get hit by the overhead and give him the knee, or you stand block and give him that. So he's playing a little 50-50 on whether he's going to get another knee. See, this whole character is just knees everywhere, man. Getting kneed in the face constantly. You try and take your turn, you get kneed in the face. You jump at him, you get kneed. This is knees all over the gaff, man. It's me from the future adding a bit to the past. I get time skipped on. But there's another thing I might as well mention about his knee, yeah. So there was a thing in MK9 that would cause what we believe to be random advantage. And I don't think it's random. I think the twins, Ketchup and Mustard, figured it out. I think it might be something to do with trying to hold up while you're blocking during block stun or something along those lines. But it affected moves like Johnny Cage's knee and Jax's forward 4 low string. So if that happened, it would randomly add +10 frames of advantage to your moves. So sometimes Johnny Cage players were getting just, this is 0 on block. Sometimes it could be +10 if the opponent moved in a particular way. So that is actually just broken, but you wouldn't be able to identify it as it happened. You just feel it after it happened, if that made any sense. So yeah, that's just another little perk of being Cage, as well as things like the meter drain bug as well. So like people would do special moves, like say they're trying to armor out of a gap or something, but it doesn't come out at the right time. Because this game's so buggy, sometimes you would do the move, it would eat your meter, the move wouldn't come out because you're getting chewed up by a knee. So Johnny Cage was like a king of stealing your bar by accident. So his offense was kind of broken in that regard as well. Like he's just robbing you of meter without it ever coming out in the first place. Busted. With all these knees flying about, obviously eventually someone's going to get kneed in the face, and what happens when he hits you is it all resets, just like I was showing. Yeah, so the nut punch in this game is better than it is in the current game, and in the current game is pretty good because he gets to jump on you, but you're not restood. In this game you don't get knocked down. So what happens after this is, all right, just stand there, block. Hold on. Do this, right? Stands there, like you're forced to block, but it's so plus you get a jump over into string, right? So as you can see, this means that whatever damage he was going to hit you with, you always got to add the extra amount of chip that he's going to do to you after he's hit you. So you can see here I did what? Yeah, that's an extra 5% right there. Pretty nifty, right? But the thing about this string is that is actually +3 on block. So what he's done there is allowed himself, every time he hits you, if he's got a bar, he can pretty much, if you don't believe you're going to armor, you can always do this, right? So you can always get jump in, 1-1 forward 1, which is +3, you can't move, and then he gets the knee again. Chip damage on chip damage on chip damage. And since this is MK9, it doesn't deal with chip damage below 1%. Everything is 1% or like maybe 0 if it's a low poke like this. Hold on. Yeah, see how health isn't going down there off that low poke, but there it's always 1%. So stand her up for it. Yeah, so you're always taking extra chip. So essentially I think you can add like 11% extra chip for a combo. So I'd do a combo. You get what, 24? Add your 5, and I think that's another 5. So that's like You're always getting 30 something, and that's meterless. So if you add the bar, you can get that and then to that, because if you jump over, like I was saying earlier, you have to stand block. And then if you have to stand block, in this game, you don't transition to crouch block. So like, if you did that, this is guaranteed. Even if you went to crouch block, as soon as you block the overhead and the jump, your character would still be stood up. So that guarantees if Johnny can get this, which then lets Johnny get this as well. So he's looping the pressure on you. And as you can see, he's building ridiculous amounts of bar. He needs to do this string like nearly just over 2 times, and he's got the bar back. So he is rinsing. He's just rinsing plus frames and chip on you, and if you do anything about it, yeah, he's just building bar constantly. It's constant bar, constant bar. If you try and escape, you get kneed. If you try and escape by jumping, you get anti-aired, which leads me to my next point, right? This character, pick any button, 2, 1, 4, 3, sweep, back 3, forward 3, everything anti-airs. And I'll show you what I mean, right? So even the sweep, right? This is one of the dumbest anti-airs I've ever seen. Why is that anti-air? Who knows? But he's also got buttons designed specifically to anti-air, like back 3. He's still got this in MK9. Same stuff, and then it all leads into the nut punch. This character is perpetual pressure. As soon as he's got a hold of you, you're in trouble. This anti-airs, yep, it's all into safe jumps, and it's just nasty, man. So he gets that, boom, like there's not even time to jump, you have to hold it. And then obviously if you don't hold it, he's just gonna nut punch you again. Yeah, character's nasty. Everything anti-airs, like forward 3 anti-airs, jab anti-airs, stand 4 even anti-air. There was a point in time where I was literally just trying to play see if I can anti-air with anything, and it's pretty much possible. So yeah, character's anti-airs, godlike. He's also got an option select, so like, say if you're running at them and doing forward 3 and they jump over you, Johnny's back 3 is the opposite direction, right? So if they jump over you, your button corrects into back 3. I'll try and emulate it here, right? So I'll get under a boom like that. So it turns into an anti-air. If they just happen to jump over you, you don't even need to think about it. It just does it for you, and then you get an anti-air. You've got like a year to realize you hit that, and then you're laughing. Character's playing itself for you, pretty much. P-Brain. Lovely. Take a quick peek at his corner damage as well. Show you ain't messing around with that. Oh wait, he's messing around with that. He's on block. He's on block. Alright. You ain't messing around with that. Oh my god, do a combo, mate. Easiest combo in the game, right? 41%, and of course, gives you the safe jump. So basically, it's 50%. If you just so happen to eat 2-1, which is also 0 on block. Everything he does is 0 on block. Yeah, mad damage in the corner. You don't want to get hit by this character. While we're here, let's have a look at some of his other specials as well. Right, so he's got same as in MK1, EX nut punch. It's invincible in this game as well, but it costs 1 bar. In MK1, it costs 2 bars, and it's like barely plus 6 or something in MK1, so you don't actually get much unless you spend an assist. But in this game, it's invincible, and you still get that safe jump, like I was showing you earlier. So that's pretty nasty. EX shadow kick. It says it's a high because the practice mode in this game is bad, but really, it's pretty sure this is a mid in this game. So what you do is you literally just wait the this is what all cage players do pretty much. They'd like to get first hit or deny first hit from their opponent. They would just back up, wait for anyone to throw anything, EX shadow kick, that's the first hit. They do this in MK1 as well. This character is what MK1 Johnny Cage is made after, for sure, but he's just stronger at what he's doing in this game. So yeah, got that, got his flip kick, which it's all right. It's okay anti-air. That's like another anti-air he's got, but you don't really need it when you've got things like this, whatever, even sweep, honestly, like you can just press whatever. Ooh, something he has in this game that he doesn't have in MK1, right? So, you know, this move in MK1 doesn't ever become unblockable. In this game, it becomes unblockable. So what you could do, instead of taking the safe jump after you hit him with a nut punch, you just start doing this, yeah? and you get a combo off of it, which I can't do. Do a combo. Alright, boom. That's a combo. And then you lead it into the nut punch, right? But then you can cancel this with a dash. So what you do is you just figure out the timing that the opponent wanted to escape, because it's unblockable, right? And then in that timing, you just throw out a knee. As you do Johnny Cage, because everything's about knees, but you know what I mean? Wait for that frame where you think they're going to move, and then you just throw out a knee. And because even if they jump or whatever, like I was saying, everything's an anti-air and everything leads back to the same spot. You just put them back in, do it again, whatever. All nasty stuff, really. It's actually, yeah, this was actually filth. Not many people used it until like near the end of the game, I think. This was actually disgusting. Yeah. Of course, these are his throws. I think he didn't really need to throw people that much, despite the fact that you had a lot of free throw attempts essentially with this character, because you had to respect the knee. In terms of like getting in and being able to start your game, Johnny pretty much just relied on his movement, the shadow kick, which didn't actually, the shadow kick didn't even give him a way in, but it was a good deterrent to a degree to stop people throwing things. But most of the time, he was relying on his movement. But again, you've seen this in MK1, and he's in there. He's ice skating across the screen in this game. So yeah, he's in there, and he's got a 9-frame knee. It's coming at you, man. It's just, this character's savage. Johnny's X-ray in this game as well is actually one of the most disrespectful to get hit by, first off. And it's also one of the most high damaging ones to get hit by. It's the same, it's literally the same as MK1. Who would have thought? It's a parry, right? So I'll get Sonya to wake up, do an X-ray, bang, bang, bang. But in this game, he combos off of it. Alright, never mind. I don't combo off of it, but he does. So do a combo. Can't. Oh my god, I really can't. Alright, hold on. This is the time. Dash up, back three. Dash up, back three. Oh my god. Alright, do a combo. I got it. It's easy. Alright, there you go. That's easy mode, right? 51%. 51% you call out one thing. Obviously, there's a lot of risk to it because you're spending all your bar, but if there's something that you can guaranteed parry and you've got X-ray, that's 51% into a restand, which is then also guaranteed into this, which is going to give you back a bar pretty much. So like, it's not even, it's basically a 2-bar parry at that point. Fourth, near on like 60%. Yeah, that's just rough. That's rough. That's rougher than anything he's got in MK1. It's just so similar. It's like, it's so similar now. I'm looking at it. He's got this string is basically Johnny's 1-1 in MK1. This is obviously the forward 3. He's got his overhead. That's his overhead in MK1, but this is 0 on block. So he's better on all of these strings in this game because it's all 0. All the things that are minus in MK1, he's actually just 0 on in this game for some reason. Or, yeah, let's see, 0, 0. These ones are minus in MK1. And then, of course, he's got a projectile in this game, and he's doing more chip, and he's got 100% health as well. There's no difference in health values in this game. This character is a monster. He is, I can't keep going on. I'm going to talk about some of his weaknesses. He was getting zoned out pretty hard by characters like Kenshi over here. Kenshi he's his own form of nightmare. I'll go over him at some point. That character is actual madness. Like, you think he's mad in MK1, which he is. He's also mad in this game. He's just mad in every game he's in. But my point being, let's get him to, I need to see the shoulder, right? So, do the shoulder, Kenshi. See, this shoulder he did there is 8 frames. It goes about this far. And then if he EXs it, it's +8. So you can do shoulder into shoulder. And what that means is Johnny Cage is never getting in. So like, he'll do knee. As soon as there's a gap, armor. All right, and when that armor is done, Shoulder again, you're basically pushed back this far and you're cooked. If you're against a character like Cabal, you've got to spend all year running after him, doing 1,000 air gas blasts. Obviously, you can't throw anything back at him because this isn't a workable projectile like that in these kind of matchups. Freddy Krueger, same thing. You're just going to get rinsed by zoning. And when you get near, he might just tell you out. Those kind of characters are giving him a hard time. Also, stuff like Sonya Blade. Sonya's got an extra annoying low poke that Johnny doesn't really deal too well with. But in general, Cage is good against. Let's have a look. Let's go to the character select and have a look. So yeah, Cage, mauled Scorpion. It's good against Liu. He mauled Kung Lao. Sub-Zero kind of messed him up because he had the ice clone and he could sit behind the clone. But that's a story for another. That's a character story for another video. Sub-Zero's definitely got a lot of lore behind him. I think Sindel was actually all right. Sindel in this game's not that great, but I think he was all right against Cage. Mac, don't think it was that bad. Don't think Cage players liked fighting Katana, but I think Katana players don't like fighting Cage. I think it's mutual there. Secondary, Cage just absolutely smokes him. Yeah, most of these characters honestly just get destroyed by Cage. Rain fought him pretty well because Rain's walking armor, and Scarlet could throw a lot of daggers at him. So basically, like the Existers, like if you could keep him out, Noob Saibot weren't too bad against him as well. If you could keep him out for a long enough time to annoy him to make a big enough mistake to lose a lot of damage, you're probably doing all right. If not, then it's long for you. Like if you're, I don't know, if you're Jax, it's long for you. It's definitely long for you. Like Cage could actually get underneath his main string, full combo him, no brain, literally brainless activity. Like Kane, he had gaps in all of his strings, so like you got a single gap in your string, you get an EX nut punch, safe jump, now the pressure is on, all match, it's just long. But yeah, overall, Johnny Cage, hooligan character, is very easy to learn like Mortal Kombat with. I think it's a very easy character to learn the game with. A lot of players that you might know now were Cage players and they learned to play Mortal Kombat through playing Johnny Cage. So yeah, character's sick, he's a hooligan, took minimal brain activity, and he was so good, apparently they just remade, like just copy pasted him into MK9, same thing. But yeah, that's my chat on Cage, innit? Thanks for watching. Of course, like the video or whatever, comment who else you want me to have a look at. I'm gonna go over all the games. I think I'll probably do like every character in every game. I'll try that. Yeah, that might work. Every character, every game. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. All right, but thank you for watching.